Welcome to our video series previewing the panels at the 2026 FBA Qui Tam section Qui Tam conference. The theme for the 2026 conference is the FCA in an era of uncertainty. I'm Scott Oswald, Programming Chair of the Federal Bar Association Qui Tam section, and joining me today is our co-chair for the FBA Qui Tam section's 2026 annual conference, Denise Barnes. Denise is a partner at the law firm of Bass, Berry, and Sims. Denise, welcome.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Hey, Denise, the False Claims Act in 2026 is certainly facing some tumult. Tell us how you and co-chair Didi Colson have developed the theme for our 2026 annual conference.
Well, that's a great question, Scott. When we first started discussing what the theme should be for the upcoming conference, I think we were thinking about the False Claims Act generally, the change of administration, the changing legal landscape as it relates to the False Claims Act. But I think, over the course of the year, we've seen even more uncertainty as it relates to the False Claims Act and a lot of developments in the False Claims Act. And the False Claims Act being used in ways that we hadn't fully anticipated at the beginning of this planning. So in some ways, our conference theme, the FCA in an era of uncertainty, has truly proven to be prophetic in a way.
So let's talk about the opportunities at the conference. What's unique about the FBA Qui Tam conference versus, let's say, other FCA-oriented conferences?
That's a great question because there are a lot of opportunities to learn some great content about the False Claims Act in a variety of contexts and various conferences. But to me, this conference is special. I joined the FBA shortly after I left the Department of Justice about 3 years ago. And I was truly inspired by the amount of substantive information that's shared at this conference. Really, there is none that rivals it in that context. In addition to that, I think the mix of both government speakers, relators, counsel, and defense counsel is really outstanding, to be honest, because it's often that you see a a counsel conference, right? And then you'll see some conferences that are very defense heavy, but this conference really spans all of those different viewpoints. And I think it makes for a very well-rounded discussion.
So let's talk about maybe a panel or two that you're excited about at this year's conference. Give us a little preview.
It's really hard to choose, frankly. I'm excited about all of the various offerings for this upcoming conference. I think, obviously, an issue that is interesting and thought provoking at this time is illegal DEI as a FCA trigger. It's wonderful to have Michael Cranston, who's left the department and now joined private practice or rejoined private practice, and he'll be leading the constitutionality panel. There's a panel about data mining, panel about emergency medicine, tariffs. I mean, honestly, it's a really great conference and it's packed with lots of great information. So it's really hard to choose.
Denise, thanks to you and co-chair Didi Colson for organizing such a terrific lineup for our 2026 annual conference. For those of you tuning in, we look forward to seeing you at the FBA Qui Tam section's 2026 annual conference, the FCA in an era of uncertainty, February 18th through 20th, 2026. Register now at www.quitamconference.com.